Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are we all around the world? Like I always say, if it's good morning, if it's good afternoon, or if it's good night, just want to, this is quite a bit of a tongue-in-cheek subject, just as everyone is getting on. Stuck in peak hour traffic, it doesn't feel too good. Trust Chitania to be on first. These girls, you can't take him anywhere. How are yous? So, the topic of discussion today is let's talk about sex, baby. So everyone likes sex. I'm sure that they do. But do we really know what it means? Yeah? Do we really know what it means? Success equals what? So obviously we use the acronym SEX, and that's why probably everyone's got on here. They thought we were going to actually talk about sex. Maybe that's for another day. But it's about sex equaling what? And why I want to bring this up and discuss this today, I just popped up and I didn't see the title. Come on, Chidani, and we know, it's all right. We're all friends here. We can all just share. The other one was about sex, and you got on straight away as well. So there you go. So people are doing things, and they want to be successful, but success equals X. Sex, what does it equal? They're not understanding of exactly. Good morning, everyone. Of what it is, like to do an intent. They're doing activity, they're doing work, they're putting out energy, but they don't actually have the intent to get the result. So that's why I say, what does success mean to you? What does sex mean to you? Success equals X. And that's where we're at, because I see a lot of people doing things because it's an idea. I see a lot of people putting activity out there or putting posts up or being involved in certain things. And you could use it both. What does success mean to you, and what does actually sex mean to you? You know, people are doing it. People have sex, but with no meaning, because they just do. They actually just do the physical operation or the physical technique. So, what I want you all to stop doing is stop doing all this activity. Stop being busy. Stop being busy doing nothing. Yeah. Why I say be busy doing nothing? You're doing all this activity. You're putting out all this energy, but you're not knowing for what intent. Yeah, so that's what it's about. Success equals what to you? You need to understand that what you are doing and what you're creating and the energy that you're exerting, it is leading you to a higher purpose. It's leading you to a goal. So what is X? Yeah, what is, like, and that's what I say to people. What is sex? When I say sex, do you think that they stand up and listen? Of course they do. You know, if I told them, well, I'm going to give you a strategy, it's going to change your world, do you think that they're going to get on? No. But you want to talk about sex? And that's what it's about. Just think of sex. Success equals what? You know, a lot of people will do things because their coach have told them to do it, or they've read a book or someone else has advised them. But the problem with that is just let me keep going around here. The problem with that is they don't do it with the intent. They don't do it to actually design a result. So, hey, Anika, how are you? So everything that you guys are doing, or girls, obviously, and when I say guys, it's, you know what I mean. You want to have that understanding and be mindful about exactly where you're moving to and what you're doing in life and how you're going to get the result. And that's about having intent. So the work that you're putting out, you know, what does success really mean to you? What does success? Does it mean freedom? Does it mean choice? Does it mean power? Does it mean significance? And I'm sure you probably haven't asked yourselves these questions, because success to some people just means more time. Success to some people means just being themselves, being your true authentic self. So, hi Kylie, good morning. So, you really need to be mindful of why are you doing what you're doing? Yeah? Why are you doing? What does sex mean to you? And it's a really good one to obviously remember, because everyone remembers, you know, sex and, you know, so you always remember success equals what? Just let me merge. So I'll challenge everyone to do and understand is I want you to think about everything that you're doing in your life right now. Yeah, I want you to think about your health, your wealth, your purpose, if you have a purpose, what you're giving back to your family, your relationship, and enjoying life, and so on and so forth. And what I want you to bring understanding or attention to, why are you doing it? What does success mean in those areas? So for health, what does success look like? What does it sound like? What does it feel like? wealth. You know, probably that's probably the biggest one that we've, you know, success is all around monetary. Success is all around understanding what you want. Obviously, you know, people think if you've got money, you're successful. Not at all. That is a big misconception. It is a big stigma. Because you have money doesn't mean, you know, that you're part of excitement. I like that. You know, you're part of, oh, you're successful. I know a lot of people that have got a lot of money, but they're miserable. They put on a facade that they're happy, and so on and so forth. So look, let's actually talk about sex now. What does sex actually mean to you with a partner or many partners? Whatever it is. So that's what I want you to know. What does actually sex mean to you? Why do you actually have sex? Is it just a physical understanding? Is it for you to, you know, is it the feeling that you get? You know, and you can use this same thing as understanding. Success is a stage of being of pleasure and happiness in all areas of life, showing other people how to get there. Yeah, and look, that's cool, Christy. That's to everybody, yeah. But what I will say as well, everyone's really good at talking about success. Why aren't you getting it? Why aren't you getting it? Yeah. Why do you guys just get on the live streams and you're not taking the next step? So that's another thing that I'll say. You know that I'll say things that I'm quite blunt about them and I'm quite truthful. People have got all the sayings, they've got all the answers, but what about getting the result? What about actually getting the success, making it happen? Because getting on live streams, you know, putting Facebook posts up isn't enough. Isn't enough for you. Extreme ecstasy. I'm liking the X's. Cool. So, you know, when I do live streams, or, you know, when I teach and when I'm giving you my time and my knowledge, you know, it's not. I want the best for everyone, and it's not a joke. Yeah, it seriously isn't a joke, because, you know, a lot of you guys have been getting in contact, and we've been, you know, talking, and like we've got all the answers, but there is no action. There's all talk with no action, and that's not how you get success, and that's not how you're going to get sex either. You know, so that's what you really need to be mindful, guys. Like, it's really, we're here to bring out better people. We're here to create better humans. But if you aren't taking the action, but you're showing up all the time, but you need to make physical action. You need to put that energy ripple out there. So that's what it's about. Why are you, you know, with all your health, your wealth, your purpose, your family, relationship, what is success in those areas? Identifying your why and your purpose. Yeah, that's cool, but it's quite vague. I want you to be more specific with it, you know, because we have these answers and everyone puts these words up, but are you living it? Or are you just making it up? You know, we can answer it. Are you actually answering it in your real life? You're answering it here, well done, I'll give you a tick and I'll give you a gold star, but are you actually answering it? Are you living it in your life? Do you have the success you want in your life? I guess not. So that's the difference. I'm a realist, yeah? I speak from the heart, but what I'm saying is everyone has the answers, but they don't have the results. Everyone has the answers, but they don't have the results. What you have to share with the world. Again, are you sharing what you've got, Anna, with the world to your best ability? I'm sure that you can evolve more. So that's what I'm saying. You have the answers, but there's no results, and that's the biggest thing I was teaching yesterday about change. That, you know, people want change, but they don't actually understand. They have an awareness that they have to change, but they don't understand exactly what they have to change because they don't have the result. And that's why you need to be around people that have got the results. They can teach you. You remove yourself from the problem or product, and then you be put in a stream of reconditioning. It's all in my head. What's all in your head? Oh, I have no success to speak about. Look, I won't say you don't have any success. I'm saying that you could be doing, everyone could be always doing a lot better. You don't want to say you don't have success. You're a beautiful lady, you're a mother. So I wouldn't say that you haven't got any success. If you talk like that, then you're not going to have any success. So you just have to be mindful. Remember, you're talking yourself into existence, not out of it. So what I will say is, have the answers, but then apply them in your life. Have the answers. Understand what sex means to you. Success equals what? And sex. Because I tell you what, a lot of people actually have sex, you know, physical sex, without any meaning, without any connection. And it's the exact same thing as you know, people have the answers, but they don't have any connection to it. You know what I'm saying? So it's what you do in one area, you do in all. And that makes sense as well. That people, they can talk, they seem to be an expert about nothing, but then you see them in their lives. Well, you can talk, you get on here, but what are you doing to get that result? What are you doing to get that in your life? People have the answers, but they don't have the results. Why? Because you are talking and you're relating to the problem, so you're staying associated, what we spoke about yesterday, and you don't have anyone that's around you, or you're not allowing a coach or someone else to work on you every day so you can recondition that, yeah? Very simple. So, what I say, in life, in the bedroom, in anywhere, why are you doing that activity, just the reason for doing the activity? Why are you doing it without wanting a result or wanting your intent or having connection? If you haven't got connection to what you're doing in your life, then it's basically action with no intent. There is no, and you're not going to get a great result. So if you're sleeping with somebody and there's no intent, there's no connection, you're basically just doing it for the physical application where the result isn't going to be fantastic, yeah? It's going to be very shallow, so on and so forth. What does that say? Making the move to move at the better of the family's life. Oh, cool. I'm driving, so I am reading at the same time, and I don't want to get distracted because we're in peak hour traffic in Melbourne. Just driving to a meeting as we speak, and spoke to a few people this morning, and just, the things that come up in your head, and you're like, okay, a lot of people are doing activity for the hell out of doing activity, and they're wondering why they aren't getting results. It's because they're not. The reason why they're not getting results because they're doing it without any intent. They're doing it without wanting the result or knowing what it is, or actually what the end goal means. You got to love some of these truck drivers. I think their brain, like their intent, how they drive, it's just really funny. Let's move. So that's what you want to be thinking about. You want to be thinking about all the reasons why you're doing everything in your life. Why are you putting energy out there? Why are you having sex? Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you with that person? Why do you want to go to the gym? Why do you want to make money? Why are you married? Why do you have children? Yeah? And when you can keep connecting to the why, when you can keep understanding what the sex mean to you, success equals what? Success equals what? Because really, if you ask yourself enough times, over and over and over again, you will realign yourself to what actually success means, and then you will elect and create powerful internal motivators and drivers that will take you towards your goal, and that's when life will start rocking and rolling. That's when you will start to show up to be the person you need to be to receive your results, yeah? That's what it's about. Because a lot of people are doing activity. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm this. Or a lot of people are having sex, sexual intercourse, just because they're hell out of it, and it's shallow, and it's not meaningful, and it's not mind-blowing, and and it's just, and again, that's not getting the result. It's in any area. Why am I going to drive this car? Because I want the intent to, enjoy the car and, enjoy the surroundings. What's my intent and my intention for doing this live stream? My intention and my result for this live stream and the success after this live stream is to add any value in your lives with a bit of a cheeky twist that you can go there and go, geez, that makes sense. Or you can actually apply some of this stuff and you can bring some value into your life. That's what it's about. And another experiment is that people that don't normally get on my live streams, once I put sex up, people get on there straight away. So I know that who's sexually driven. So it's all a little bit of an experiment. I'm not going to read that, and I'll read it later and I'll get back to you because, like I said, I am driving. I need to be responsible. Otherwise, my result from doing this live stream is going to be a little bit out of whack. So, I want everyone to realign today. I want everyone to think about what is success in all these areas, yeah? What is success to you and how you're going to get it? Don't just do the activity for doing the activity because a coach told you or it's cool. Do the activity because you have the intent and you have the push to get the result. Yeah, a lot of people in network marketing, a lot of people in, you know, building their empires, and they need to lead people in. Well, I'm going to speak to 10 people today. Okay, cool. Speaking to 10 people, how is that getting you a result? Where are you putting the intent out that you're going to show up to be that leader, to lead someone? All you're saying to yourself in the universe is, I'm going to speak to people. Well, to be honest with you guys, that's not putting the intent out. That's not understanding that, well, I'm going to lead people. What about showing up to be the best man or lady I can be, with high energy, with conviction, with intent, with confidence, with congruency? Because then I'm going to manifest belief in others so they can step up into their power and be the best version of themselves, yeah? Things like that. Already saying that, you get a lot, it's a lot more sexy. You feel a lot more empowered. So you need to understand about everything that you're doing in your life, from getting up in the moment to going to sleep, is what intent are you doing? How are you going to get up throughout the day? What intention are you going to put into the activities throughout the day to get a result? Because most people wake up without using their brain, with no intent, with no energy or any focus or understanding what their success is or what success looks to them. And it's very, very simple, yeah? You need to know why you're doing it, what success means to you, people. And yes, what success and sex means to you. Trust me. If you're having sex with a partner that you're having connection, or a real connection with, or you're in love, the result is going to be mind-boggling, yeah? You're going to have mind orgasms fucking everywhere, and that's what it's about. You need to, when you're with somebody, it's the intent. Why are you with them? Well, because they're just good looking, or because there's a connection, or do you love them, or... So everything comes together, and you need to understand. It's the simple thing. If you get caught in a negative sort of, how would we call it? If you get caught getting in a negative interaction, an argument, what's the intent? What's the success? What's the purpose of getting in an argument? Where are you going? You can snap yourself out of that negative interaction straight away. Oh, rah, rah, rah. You know, yelling about something that's not going to change anything, having an argument about things that aren't going to help you. So these are all the things. Good morning. So what I'm going to say to everyone, before you start any activity, before you start the morning, and as we teach, you know, in Team Beast Mode International and all through my coaching understanding, is that you get up in the morning and you set your intent. How do you want your life to look? Why are you doing all these activities? Why are you going to that job? Why are you having sex maybe in the morning? Why are you with that partner? When you can keep connecting to the understanding of what success actually means to you, you will be realigned and you'll be put on the path to least resistance. And the thing is, if you're not asking yourself the right question, you're going to be caught up doing an activity and wasting time and not functioning at your true, or at your full potential, or your true authentic self. But if you can keep realigning yourself and understanding, well, what does sex mean to me? What is success equals X? That's what it is. Success equals X. Then that's going to realign you, and you can go, hold on a second, this is not for me, or this partner's not for me, or, you know, I could be doing this a different way. Or I could be putting more energy into it, or less energy. Or I could actually be doing it, you know, for an intent to actually get a result. So all these things that you're looking at, and all these paradigms, that think about it. Get up in the morning and ask yourself, what does success equals? Or what does it mean? And look at the intent that you're doing everything in your day. If you're just getting up and existing, what sort of results do you think you're going to get? You're just going to get up and exist, yeah? That's what it's going to be. If you're just waking up just to do the activity, like I know a lot of people, you know, have coaches, and even the same with my coach, they'll give me all this activity, and I'll ask them, okay, and he'll say, okay, what's the intent of why I want to do this? What's the intent of the result? The result, and we speak together, the result is to do this. The result is to get that. The result is to, you know, lay this space to be this person. And I'll tell you what, bang, within say, you know, in a day or a couple of hours, the results start to show up. You know, when they talk about manifesting, you manifest because you're setting your intention out. You're stepping into that power. You're being that person. The universe is going to match you with that energy. But if you're just getting up to be a zombie, letting people rule your life, that's not going to get you the result. You know, a boss telling you where to stand, where to eat, where to move, when to wake up, what time to go to the toilet. That's why people like jobs, because they don't have to think. And do you think that's going to get a great result? It isn't at all. Hello from Melbourne, Kingsway. Yes, that is right. We are on Kingsway. Maybe you can see me. I'm not really used to getting caught in peak hour traffic. I don't want to get used to that either. You know, all these people, again, going to a job. Their intent is, well, I'm just going to make money. They all look miserable. They're all aggressive on the ground, on the road, on the ground. Do you know what I'm saying? And then you see people, they're so, you know, no one's smiling. What do you think that intent is? It's sad. Because people live the majority of their life like this. Getting up, getting put in a system or an organization, getting taught to be robots, and you see them, no one's smiling, everyone's miserable, everyone's aggressive on the road. Because their intention, they don't have an intention because it's not filling them up, and that's the problem. It's really sad. You know, you see people in relationships, they're in relationships because, you know, maybe it's just the intention. They're not in relationships because they connect with these people and they have the intent to make this other person so happy, and they have the intent to have a future with these people. It's crazy. And, you know, I'm sure a lot of you are going, fuck, that's me. Why do you go to the gym? Oh, I just go to the gym because, you know, I just sort of going on keeping myself, you know, so I can just say I'm going to go and keep myself healthy. No, you're not just going because you're going. You're going because you have an intent. You have an intent because you want to have energy. You want to transform your body. You love the feel of exercise. You want to have intent to make yourself as strong and as healthy as possible. Yeah? What did Bree say? No, I can't see it. United Rikatel, the Rikatel behind me. Yes, that is correct. Yes, you'll be able to see a lot of the Melbourne landmarks. I had the Rika growing out of my head just before. And heading off to South Yarra. Got a few meetings. Good morning, Amy from Albury. Nice. In the country, how is it? Yesterday was beautiful. It was 31 degrees. Today, there's the beautiful Albert Park down there. Today was, it's nice. It's not cold. Thought I'll take the roof off. Might as well. If it's a convertible, you might as well use it. Use it or lose it, and use it to abuse it, I say. So people, I want you to know what sex means to you. Both acronyms of sex, the physical sex, and success equals what? That's what we want to be looking at. Success equals what to you? Hasi Camille, how are you, man? Good to see you. Actually, last time I see you, I saw you in Bali. I'm back in your hood, man. We have to catch up. So I'm going to leave you with what the success means to you. Yeah? And that's in so many areas. How are you going to fill it up? So when you're doing activity and when you're doing any putting out any energy, what do you want to get? Where do you want to go? Yeah? That's what it's about. So I know why I go to the gym, or I, you know, eat healthy, look after myself. I know what that success means to me. That next year I'm getting up on stage and I'm going to be doing a physique competition. So I'm working towards that. I know what success means to me in my wealth. It means choice, it means freedom, it means power. That I can do more things. I can educate myself more. I can be a better leader. Yeah? In my life purpose. What does success mean to me? That I influence and add value to millions and millions of people's lives and be a catalyst of change, and that millions of people can say, you know what, because of Lee, I didn't give up. Because of Lee, you know, he's added some value to my life, and then the ripple effect, and they can teach others. You know, giving back to my family, mentally, physically, and spiritually. That is success to me, putting a smile on their face, being that provider, being that son, being that, you know, brother, or whatever the relationship is. In a relationship, success means to me is family, is love, is comfort, is trust. So that's you know, that's my success. And just living a life of living a life of abundance and keeping a smile on your face. Yeah, that's what it's about, people. So I just want you to leave you with today. What does S.E.X mean to you? Sex. You know, if you're just having sex for the hell of having sex, trust me, it's going to be a physical thing. You might have a little bit of a orgasm here or there, but that's not. It's quite shallow. Yeah, it's not going to be leading you to a better existence. You're not going to be connecting. You're not going to be making love. So I'm going to stop, and I'm just going to leave you with that. So I challenge you all to understand and to start to realign. Why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you doing it with intent? Or why aren't you doing it with intent? when you start doing things with intent of the reason to actually receive the result, and you know what you're getting, and you stop it no matter what, and whatever it takes, then that's when life is going to get sexy, people. Have an awesome Friday. You know, the weekend is tomorrow for you guys. The weekend is every day for me. And, you know, as I always say, you could be anywhere in the world, but you are here listening to me, so thank you. I am Lee Bundy DeCevo, Team Beast Mode, INTL, the messenger of strength and the truth, giving you some S.E.X learnings this morning. Take care, guys.